In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to give you the exact negotiation framework, the specific scripts, and the word-for-word responses to the three most common seller objections. The same tools I've used across 400 plus transactions to acquire properties at better prices than the market would have otherwise delivered. Here's the truth about real estate profit that most investors never fully understand. Your profit is not made at closing. It's not made during the renovation. It's not made when you place the tenant. Your profit is made in the negotiation. The moment you get a property under contract at the right price, that is when the profit is created. Everything else is execution. The investor who negotiates well consistently closes better deals from the same number of leads. The investor who does not overpays and wonders why the numbers never work. My name is Rick Puglisi. This video makes you a better negotiator starting today. Great negotiation is not about winning. It's about understanding what the other party actually needs and finding a way to meet that need while meeting yours. A motivated seller who needs to close in 2 weeks and get moving money values speed and certainty, not necessarily maximum price. An investor who understands that can offer less money in exchange for a fast close and a cash advance, and both parties walk away satisfied. Every negotiation starts with understanding the other party's real motivation. What do they actually need? Price? Speed? Certainty? Flexibility? Dignity? The answers shape your entire approach. When a motivated seller calls, whether from a direct mail piece, a yard sign, or a referral, the first conversation sets everything. Open with empathy, not an offer. Before you talk about price, understand the situation. Thank you for calling. Can you tell me a little bit about the property and what's going on? Let them talk. Most sellers will tell you everything you need to know if you give them space to do it. Ask the key questions. How long have you owned the property? Is there a mortgage on it? Do you know approximately what's still owed? What condition is the property in? What's your timeline? When do you need to be out? Have you had any other offers? And the most important question of all, what would make this work for you? That last question, what would make this work for you, is the most powerful question in real estate negotiation. It shifts the conversation from positional to needs-based. Sellers often answer with something other than a price number. They want to stay through the end of the school year. They want to help with moving costs. They want certainty. Understanding those needs opens deals that a price-only approach would close. Do not give a number on the first call. Gather information. End by saying, I'd like to come and see the property, and then put together an offer that works for both of us. When can we schedule that? Arrive on time. Dress professionally. Bring a notepad. You are a professional investor. Present yourself as one. Walk every room. Ask about the age of the roof, HVAC, water heater, and any known issues. Continue building rapport. Ask about the history of the house. Let the seller tell you what it means to them. This builds trust and often reveals additional motivation. After the walkthrough, do not make an offer on the spot. Say, I appreciate you showing me the property. I want to run my numbers and put something together that's fair. I'll have an offer for you by a specific date and time. Committing to a specific follow-up time demonstrates professionalism and keeps you in control of the timeline. Present your offer in person whenever possible. Frame it around their needs, not just the number. Based on what you told me about your timeline and the condition of the property, here's what I can do. I can close in 2 weeks. I can give you $1,000 in moving money at signing, and I can offer you $85,000 for the property as is. That gets you out by the end of the month with cash in your pocket and no repairs to deal with. Silence after the offer is your most powerful tool. Make your offer. Stop talking. The first person to speak after an offer is made is at a disadvantage. Let the seller respond. If they push back on price, ask before you adjust. Help me understand. What number were you thinking? Often sellers have a number in mind that's closer to yours than you expected. You can't know until you ask. 3 objections come up in almost every motivated seller negotiation. Objection 1, your offer is too low. Response, I understand and I want to be fair. The challenge is that after repairs, holding costs, and the risk I'm taking on this is the number that makes the deal work for me. What I can offer that a retail buyer cannot is certainty and speed. Is there anything I can do on the terms? Timeline, moving assistance, flexibility on closing that would make this number work for you. Objection 2, I need to think about it. Response, absolutely. I want you to be comfortable. Can I ask specifically what you need to think about? If there is a concern I can address, I would rather do it now than have you sit with something that has a simple answer. Objection 3, I have another offer. Response, that's great. I want you to get the best outcome. Can you tell me a little bit about the other offer? I want to make sure that you're comparing apples to apples. A cash offer and a financed offer have very different certainty levels. This question often reveals that the competing offer is subject to financing or inspection contingencies, which introduces uncertainty that your cash offer eliminates. My complete negotiating scripts covering every scenario are in Module 10 of the Mastering Real Estate Investing program. Negotiation is not a personality trait. It's a skill. And like every skill, it improves with knowledge, practice, and a framework you can trust under pressure. The framework and the scripts in this video work because they're built on understanding. Understanding what the seller actually needs, offering it in exchange for what you need, and creating a transaction where both parties leave satisfied. Click the link in the description. Join the 5-day real estate investing challenge. 0 cost. Full transparency, I'm Rick's digital double. Same 19 years of experience, 0 bad lighting days. Hit subscribe for weekly content. Drop a comment. What negotiation situation have you found most challenging, and what specifically happened? I read every comment. I respond to every serious question. I'm Rick Puglisi. Now go make that offer.